Okay, hi everybody. Trigun Stampede, episode 9. Now, I did some poking around just to see when this series ends. 12 episodes. Now, we've gone through a lot of episodes right now, and this is my personal opinion on the series. It's a good series. It is. It's a good reboot. It is. One problem. All right, I am not a fan of Roberto, and my reasoning why I don't like Roberto is very simple. I find him to be too negative. He's way too negative. Way too negative. I don't know what his problem is. He's very realistic, and the thing is, this is my problem with Orange. You have this character who, frankly, let's not beat around the bush here, Orange. He's Wolfwood. You basically casted a second Wolfwood for the story when you could have easily made another mill. Now, I got that out of the way. Like I said, it's a good series. This episode, episode 9, Million Knives. This was a crazy one. This was pretty insane. The first half is obviously about knives. He's playing a piano. There's somebody there. There's an alarm going off, which has to do with the plants, and they're dying. And these humans are basically mass producing them and whatnot, and they're dying off. And, Knives is upset. He's upset. He's pissed off. But the humans, and then Vash shows up, and basically, it's on full display to him, basically telling Vash, see, Vash, this is what humanity is. And you still want to save them. Now, this is the flashback still, and they have a little tussle and a fight, which is kind of funny. Earlier on, Knives, as Vash would call him, his abilities weren't as developed as they are at current time. I hate to bring this up, but one of his abilities, his power, the reason why he's called Million Knives is because he literally has a million knives. Now, in this sequence, he doesn't. Kind of reminds me of Wolverine. He got these, the knives are coming out of his skin, and he uses them like claws. But he also has it in his legs. So it was almost like, adamantium. In a weird way. So, this conversation with Vash gets pretty heated. Words are exchanged. He talks to him about, destroying the ships, crashing them onto the planet. Rem, that whole business. The girl whose name is elude me from last week shows up to find her, as we saw from last week's episode. And like I said, he goes crazy knives. He kills all these guards and whatnot. And what ends up happening as he's got that girl by the throat, yeah, you witch, is something that, as a watcher of the original anime, that show didn't really go into too many details. I'm going to be very honest. Did not go into too many details. There was one scene, one episode, in which Vash did something to illustrate why he's called Vash the Humanite Typhoon. Now, this ability in the original anime was not what they showed here. In the original anime, on his robotic arm, he had a gun, and something was done to his arm, and it just exploded, and this gun just transformed into this, beam weapon. And it was pointing to one of the gung-ho guns. I forgot which one it was. and he shoots it up into the moon. That was the first instance of this ability that apparently also Knives has. Now, in this episode, we don't get that. When Vash sees that he's about to kill her, his arm acts up. It's literally a black hole showing up on his arm. Now, nothing really transpires. The dead bodies that were get sucked in the hole, and then Knives acts quickly and cuts off Vash's arm because of this gate thing. Now, I don't know if he has this ability. Because you see, the thing is, in the original anime, they didn't explain shit. They didn't explain anything. They didn't go into details with this ability. So we didn't have anything to go on. But with the flashback here, we now know this is something he has is with the plants. As being a plant. Just how Knives has his old Knives thing. So, I believe this power is going to come into play later on. Because what's funny about this anime, they haven't really shown Vash. They have him shown fighting, but not to the extent that you would think, as he did in the original series. When not happening, he cuts his arm off, and then Knives walks away. And that girl says, trying to wake him up. And after that happens, go back to present time. The same people from the flashback are there, and they're like, what, over 100 years old? And they're basically with Roberto and Millie and Wolfwood. Now, they show them around, basically, and there's a conversation. Listen, my problem, as I said, about Roberto, is very negative. Very freaking negative. Like, this dude is like, yo, can you, like, give this guy, like, a Happy Meal or something? The pepper step and something? Come on. Stop being negative. But he's just saying that because she was saying how these floral can be used on the planet and help it prosper. We have that happening. And then a conversation between Vash, that guy Brad, and Wolfwood. Now, here's the thing that I find weird about this scene. Wolfwood's asking Vash to make peace with Knives. Alright, Wolfwood, I know you're a gung-ho gun, but... Huh? And then Vash is just basically telling him. And see, Wolfwood's point of view, I like. Because he's putting it into a point of view of something of his own experience, of what he's gone through, and what he tells Vash has more weight. What Roberto says all the time is like, yeah, I'm not really going to believe you, Roberto. All you are is a replacement character who was never in the manga. You're not in the manga. You're not. That's just malarkey. I'm just going to say right now. He is an anime-only character. You know? But regardless, what Wolfwood said to him basically has to do with his whole notion of not killing, blah, 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 blah. Then the girl comes in rushing and says the bugs are there, which is Zazie the Beast. And Zazie the Beast basically grabs Roberto and Millie and explains to them, which was never shown in the original anime, that you people were from Earth. And that humans gobbled up all the resources and it came to this planet. And she's basically giving them a question. Who benefits more to coexist with the worms? The plants or the humans? And she does this twice. The doctor guy who was before is there as well and saying, what is he trying to do? Now, her saying this kind of throws it in the air of, yeah, you know what Knives wants to do here. He's trying to kill the humans. That's his plan. It's no doubt in anyone's mind at that point. But that was what she pondered to them, and then they show her face and she's creepy looking. But that's where the episode ends. So with 3 episodes left, I don't think we're gonna get into anything other more concrete than what we already have. Now, I have to give kudos where kudos are due. Orange has done a great job. They fleshed out the story. They flushed out everything. It flashed out everything that needs to be flashed out when it concerns Knives, Vash, the story as a whole, giving us all the information, all the exposition, everything we need to be invested. My problem is what a lot of people's problems are. You put in a character that was never in the manga. Roberto is not in the manga. Now, I understand this is their spin. This is their spin. This is how they want to do things. Blah, blah, blah. And I am sure the original creator of the Trigun manga gave them the okay for it. But I have to ask this question. Do we really need another Wolfwood? Huh? We need 2 Wolfwoods? Can we just get this guy to die or something, and then here comes Millie, and we all can be happy? Yay! But, that's just me. Overall, I thought this was a good episode. I would say the first half, I give it the much more generous review rating and say like 9.5 out of 10. Second half, not bad. I would say overall, like a 9.5 out of 10. I think there was good action in the beginning, and then towards the end we got a very, intriguing notion and question about, the fact that these, humans came from Earth to this planet, no man's land, and, not to say it's turned to shit, but, they basically, the whole notion, who's to be trusted here? The plants or the humans? Now, and I just love the way they're going about it, but like I said, I just feel like, all right, you want to do your spin? That's fine. But is it really necessary? Really necessary? To put in a character that was never in the manga in the first place? Was it? Is it necessary? I understand it's your spin, but you know what? I can't see the manga creator. I just kind of feel I don't know. It's just, I just find it weird. We basically have, that's what it is. We have 2 Wolfwoods. But I digress. Good episode down the ride here. It was pretty damn good. We'll see what happens next week. I don't know how this is all going to shape up. Remember, 3 more episodes. That is it. 10, 11, and 12. And we're done. I'm guessing that down the road they're going to have season 2. I got to imagine it's going to have season 2. I cannot see it not having the numbers to go ahead with that. But this is Makai 282. Damn, that episode beginning, that was great. Black hole, knives killing, cutting people up, Wolverine style. See you guys later.